Picture this: the city of Gotham, shrouded in darkness and battered by a relentless storm. Suddenly, chaos erupts as a genetically engineered killing machine, the Indoraptor, breaks free and prowls the city streets. This is no ordinary predator. This is a monster born from science and nightmares, a creature designed to be the ultimate hunter. Imagine the panic as sirens wail and citizens scatter, desperately seeking shelter from a threat they can barely comprehend. The Indoraptor is a hybrid, a terrifying fusion of the most lethal traits from dinosaurs like the cunning velociraptor and the unstoppable Indominus Rex. Its senses are razor-sharp, able to track prey through the maze of Gotham's alleys and rooftops. Its intelligence is chilling, allowing it to outsmart even the most sophisticated security systems. This beast is not just a force of nature, it's a weapon, engineered to be smarter, faster, and deadlier than anything that's ever walked the earth. With lightning speed, the Indoraptor darts through the rain-soaked streets, its claws slicing through metal and concrete alike. Its teeth, glistening in the city's neon glow, are capable of crushing bone with ease. Every movement is calculated, every attack precise. It's a living nightmare stalking the shadows, always one step ahead of its prey. This isn't Jurassic Park, this is Gotham's worst nightmare come to life. The city's familiar skyline is now a hunting ground, its alleys transformed into a jungle, where the line between civilization and chaos blurs. The storm rages on, amplifying the sense of dread that hangs over every street and rooftop. But even in the darkest hour, there is hope. Gotham is not defenseless. Watching from the shadows high above the chaos stands its silent guardian, the Batman. Cloaked in darkness, he surveys the city, ready to face whatever terror threatens his home. Batman is more than just a man in a mask. He is a symbol of resilience, a force of nature forged by tragedy and driven by an unbreakable will. His presence alone strikes fear into the hearts of Gotham's most dangerous criminals. He is relentless, resourceful, and always prepared for the unexpected. Trained to the absolute peak of human physicality and intellect, Batman uses fear as his greatest weapon. He moves through the city like a phantom, blending into the shadows, always watching, always waiting. His mind is as sharp as his gadgets, and his determination is unmatched. But tonight, he faces a new kind of enemy, one that doesn't know fear, one that hunts for sport. The Indoraptor is unlike any foe Batman has ever encountered. It cannot be reasoned with, and it cannot be intimidated. This is a battle not just of strength, but of wits, instincts, and survival. As lightning splits the sky and rain pours down, the stage is set for an epic showdown. In the heart of a city overrun by chaos, two apex predators, one born of science, the other of legend, prepare to face off. This, my friends, is a battle for the ages, where only the strongest, smartest, and most determined will survive. Forget the lush rainforests of Isla Nublar. The Indoraptor is now stalking a different kind of jungle, Gotham City's concrete labyrinth. Imagine towering skyscrapers casting long, eerie shadows, rain-slicked streets reflecting the city's neon glow, and abandoned subway tunnels echoing with the creature's chilling growls. Gotham's urban decay, its grimy alleyways and Gothic architecture, create the perfect hunting ground for the Indoraptor. It can blend into the shadows, disappear into abandoned buildings, and use the city's labyrinthine layout to its advantage. This isn't just a jungle of concrete and steel, it's a jungle of fear, and the Indoraptor is the apex predator. Batman is no stranger to danger. For years he has stalked the shadows of Gotham, facing threats that would break lesser men. His legend is built on his ability to adapt, to anticipate, and to outthink even the most unpredictable adversaries. Every night he steps into the unknown, prepared for whatever darkness the city throws at him. He's faced down maniacs like the Joker, the Penguin, and Two-Face, criminal masterminds who thrive on chaos and fear. Each one has tested his resolve, pushing him to the edge, forcing him to evolve. But through it all, Batman has always found a way to restore order, using his intellect and his arsenal to bring justice to Gotham's darkest corners. But the Indoraptor presents a new kind of challenge, one unlike anything he's ever encountered. This isn't a criminal with a motive or a plan. This is a living weapon, a creature born from science and nightmare, stalking the city with primal cunning and lethal intent. Its presence in Gotham is a threat that defies logic, a force of nature unleashed in the heart of civilization. This isn't a criminal he can outsmart or intimidate. The Indoraptor doesn't respond to fear or reason. It doesn't negotiate or hesitate. It hunts and it kills, driven by instincts honed over millennia of evolution. For Batman, this means abandoning some of his usual tactics and preparing for a confrontation on the creature's terms. This is a predator that operates on pure instinct, blending animal savagery with terrifying intelligence. It moves through the city like a shadow, exploiting every weakness, every blind spot. Batman knows that to survive, he must become the hunter, not the hunted. Batman, ever the strategist, knows he needs a new approach. He studies the creature's patterns, its strengths and weaknesses, searching for any advantage. He draws on his vast experience, recalling every battle, every lesson learned from facing the unpredictable. This time he must think not just like a detective, but like a survivor. He retreats to the Batcave, his high-tech sanctuary hidden beneath Wayne Manor. Here, surrounded by the tools of his trade and the memories of past victories, he prepares for the fight ahead. The Batcave is more than a hideout. It's a war room, a laboratory, and a sanctuary where Batman can plan, adapt, and arm himself for any threat. He studies the Indoraptor's movements through Gotham's security grid, analyzing its behavior patterns, hunting techniques, and vulnerabilities. Every camera feed, every sensor reading becomes a clue. He maps the creature's territory, predicts its next move, and searches for the smallest sign of weakness. In this battle, information is his greatest weapon. He modifies his arsenal, equipping his suit with sonic repellents, tranquilizer darts, and even a modified batarang launcher capable of firing electrified nets. Every gadget is carefully chosen, every tool designed to give him an edge against a foe that cannot be reasoned with. Batman knows that brute force alone won't be enough. He needs innovation, precision, and adaptability. This time, Batman is preparing for a hunt unlike any other. The city's fate hangs in the balance, and the Dark Knight stands ready to face the unknown. In the coming hours, Gotham will witness a battle between man and monster, a test of will, intellect, and survival. And as always, Batman will do whatever it takes to protect his city. The Indoraptor is no mindless beast. It's a highly intelligent predator, capable of learning and adapting to its environment. It can track prey using scent, sound, and even thermal vision. Its speed and agility are unmatched, allowing it to scale walls, leap across rooftops, and disappear into the city's underbelly in the blink of an eye. The creature stalks through the abandoned amusement park on the outskirts of Gotham, its claws scraping against the rusted metal of a derelict roller coaster. It can smell the fear in the city, the panic rising like a tide. The Indoraptor lets out a guttural growl, a sound that echoes through the empty streets, a promise of chaos to come. The air crackles with tension as Batman and the Indoraptor finally meet face-to-face in the heart of Gotham's abandoned botanical gardens. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying vegetation. Moonlight filters through the glass dome overhead, casting an eerie glow on the scene. The Indoraptor circles Batman, its yellow eyes just gleaming with predatory intelligence. Suddenly it lunges, claws outstretched, but Batman is ready. He moves with a speed that totally belies his human form, dodging the attack with inches to spare. The chase is on now, a deadly game of cat and mouse through the overgrown paths and crumbling statues of the neglected gardens. The battle between Batman and the Indoraptor is a clash of two worlds. The Indoraptor relies on its primal instincts, its raw power, and its genetically engineered lethality. Batman, on the other hand, uses his intellect, his mastery of technology, and his understanding of fear to gain an advantage. The Indoraptor charges, driven by pure predatory instinct. Batman responds with a barrage of batarangs, each one finding its mark, but the creature shrugs off the blows. It's a battle of brute force versus calculated strategy, a fight that could determine the fate of Gotham. The concrete jungle of Gotham presents both advantages and disadvantages for our combatants. The Indoraptor, despite its size, uses the urban environment to its advantage, exploiting shadows and narrow alleyways to ambush its prey. However, Batman knows the city like the back of his hand. He uses his grappling hooks to swing between buildings, disappearing into the darkness, turning the urban landscape into his own personal hunting ground. The Indoraptor might be a formidable predator, but it's not invincible. Its genetically engineered nature makes it susceptible to certain frequencies of sound and light, weaknesses that Batman can exploit. The question is, can Batman exploit these weaknesses before the Indoraptor's raw power overwhelms him? The battle rages on, a blur of claws, teeth, and high-tech gadgets. The Indoraptor is a whirlwind of primal fury, but Batman is a master strategist, always one step ahead. He uses the environment to his advantage, luring the creature into traps, exploiting its weaknesses. The outcome of this battle is far from certain. Will Batman's ingenuity and technology be enough to stop the Indoraptor's raw power? Or will Gotham fall prey to a predator unlike any it's ever seen? One thing is for sure, this is a battle that will be remembered in the dark heart of Gotham City. Here's a chilling thought. What if the most dangerous predator in the city wasn't just a brute force of nature, but a creature with a mind as sharp as its claws? The Indoraptor isn't just a killing machine, it's a master of adaptation, capable of learning from its environment and even from its mistakes. Unlike most predators, it doesn't simply rely on instinct. It observes, it remembers, and it changes its tactics accordingly. This is a creature that can watch its prey, study their habits, and then use that knowledge to its advantage. In fact, there have been reports of the Indoraptor solving complex puzzles, unlocking doors, opening cages, and even setting traps for unsuspecting victims. It's not just about brute strength, it's about outthinking anything that stands in its way. Imagine a predator that can anticipate your next move, that can learn from every encounter, and that never makes the same mistake twice. This intelligence, combined with its physical prowess, razor-sharp claws, lightning-fast reflexes, and a jaw strong enough to crush bone, makes the Indoraptor a truly terrifying opponent. It's not just a beast, it's a strategist, a hunter that can turn the city's maze of streets and alleys into its own personal hunting ground. Imagine a creature that can not only outrun and overpower you, but outsmart you as well. It can use the shadows, the abandoned buildings, and the chaos of the overgrown city to its advantage, making it nearly impossible to predict where it will strike next. That's the Indoraptor, a nightmare made flesh, stalking the concrete jungle of Gotham. It's a predator that thrives in the darkness, blending into the ruins and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Its roar echoes through the empty streets, a warning to anyone who dares to cross its path. So, who would win in a fight between Batman, the world's greatest detective, and the Indoraptor, the ultimate predator? Batman is known for his intellect, his gadgets, and his ability to outthink any foe. But the Indoraptor is no ordinary adversary. It's cunning, relentless, and always learning. The answer, my friends, is far from certain. In a city where the line between hunter and hunted is always shifting, the outcome of this battle could change in an instant. Both are masters of their environment, both are driven by instinct and intelligence. It's a battle for the ages, a clash of titans where brains and brawn collide. The city itself becomes the arena, every shadow and every rooftop a potential advantage or a deadly trap. But one thing's for sure, if you ever find yourself in the middle of this showdown, you wouldn't want to be caught in the crossfire. In the end, the greatest threat may not be who wins, but the chaos unleashed when two legends collide.